Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 15 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Problem number 2943. Maximize area of square hole in a grid. So let's read the problem statement. You are given two integers n and m and two integer arrays h bars and v bars. The grid has n plus 2 horizontal and m plus 2 vertical bars, creating 1 into 1 unit cells. The bars are indexed starting from 1. So see here, the example number 1. N is equal to 2. So 1 and 2. In total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 horizontal bars. M is equal to 1. In total, we have 1, 2, 3 vertical bars. So that is why we are saying M plus 2 vertical bars and N plus 2 horizontal bars. Same way here, if you see example number 2, M is equal to 1 and in total we have 1, 2, 3. That is nothing but M plus 2 vertical bars. N is equal to 1, done. And here 1, 2 and then 3. N plus 2 horizontal bars. Example number 3. M is equal to 3, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5. So M plus 2 vertical bars. N is equal to 2, 1, 2, then 3 and 4. So 4 horizontal bars. So N plus 2 horizontal bars. Clear this line? The grid has N plus 2 horizontal and M plus 2 vertical bars. After this, you can remove some of the bars in the H bars from the horizontal bars and some of the bars in the V bars from vertical bars. Note that other bars are fixed and can't be removed. So here we can only remove these bars. So from H bars we can remove this. From B bars we can remove this. Here from H bars we can remove this. From B bars we can remove this. Here from H bars I can remove this and this. From B bar I can only remove this and this. I can't remove this. Clear this thing? From B bars I can only remove this and this. That's it. After this, we have to return an integer denoting the maximum area of a square shaped hole in the grid after removing some bars, possibly none. So we have to remove some bars and we have to return an integer which is going to denote the maximum area of a square shaped hole. And here if you see the constraints, n is from 1 to 10 power 9, m is also from 1 to 10 power 9, and very important, h bars dot length is starting from 1 to 100, the length of this h bars, and b bars length is also from 1 to 100. So simply means that we will see at least one value in the b bars and in the h bars. This will not be empty. Clear? And here b bars of I value is going to be from 2 to m plus 1. Same way h bars value is also from 2 to n plus 1. Why? Because we can't remove these ones, these boundaries. We can't remove these boundaries anywhere if you see. So nowhere in the h bars and b bars we are mentioning this, this or this. Here also if you see, we are not mentioning this 1 and the 5 anywhere. We are only mentioning 2, 3, 4. Among 2, 3, 4 only I choose this 2 and 4. Same way here we are not mentioning 1 and 4. Only 2, 3 I have option, and here I am mentioning these 2. Here I have options from 2, 3, 4. But 3 we don't want to delete this 3 because it's not given here, right? Only 2 and 4. But this 1 and 5 this is not going to be in option itself, right? Clear this part? Clear, right? And all values in H bars are distinct and all values in B bars are distinct. Okay, now see what we need to do here. Let's try to remove, okay? Let's try to remove something from this, the bars which we can remove from here or here to get the maximum square area. Here, if I remove this, right? And if I remove this, let me use some other pen. If I remove this line and if I remove this line, so this is the shape I have right now. And if I decide to remove this and this, then I will get the maximum square area here. And here square area, right? So this side is of 2 length, then definitely this side is also of a 2 length, right? This is what we need. So area is going to be 2 into 2, that is 4, and 4 is output. The left image shows the initial grid formed by bars. The horizontal bars 1, 2, 3, 4 and the vertical bars are 1, 2, 3. One way to get the maximum square shaped hole is by removing the horizontal bar 2 and vertical bar 2. Done. So whenever I'm removing any bar, right here, if you see, let's say this is your example, right? And here, whenever I'm removing any vertical bar, right? So here, see, area is getting increased, right? Initially, when there was bar here, so initially this, so this is nothing but one length, right? Now when I remove this part, I get one more length, right? So two consecutive cells I have joined, right? Same way, if I remove this, then again see this consecutive area increasing order, right? This rectangle area, if you see this rectangle area, right, it's getting increased, right? Now same way, if I remove this, again the rectangle area is getting increased, right, by more 1 unit, right? So from here one thing is clear, that when I'm going to delete the consecutive bars, same way here, if you see, this is 1 and this is 1, right? Now if I remove this, now I get just removal of one bar. Now I'm able to merge these two, right? These two together, right? Vertically I am able to increase the area. Same way, if I delete this, so vertically see this much area now we have, right? So here we are just dealing with the consecutive bars, right? So when I'm going to delete the consecutive bars, I have the chance to get the max area. Clear this part? Whenever I'm going to delete the consecutive bars, right, I have the chance to get the maximum area. So here in example 2, see, only one bar I can remove here and here, right? So only one value is there, so let's remove it, and if you see, we are going to get the max area. Very simple here, right? Here if you see example number 3, now see carefully here, this is a good example, right? Okay, so here h bars equal to 2 and 3, so 2 and 3 both are consecutive, right? So if from h bars I can remove this and this, I will get the max area vertically, right? Here if I just draw it one more time like this, and here like this. Now if I'm going to remove the h bars 2 and 3 which are consecutive, I'm going to get the max area. Okay, let's say I did this, then from vertically I don't see any consecutive, right? 2 I can remove, this one I can remove, and this one I can remove, only these two options, right? So here what I did, let's say if I remove this, right, then this is the box, but is this box a square box or no? 1 2 3 4, here 2 3 4 5, this is not a square box, right? 1 2 3, here length is 2, right, 3, and here length is 2, right? 3 minus 1, 2, and here 4 minus 1 length is 3. Now here this is not a square, so here there are two consecutive bars that I am able to remove. Here only one consecutive, one bar, right? At most one I can remove, right? Among them, if I find out the minimum value, right? If I find out the minimum value among them, so minimum value is 1, right? So 1 I can remove, only 1 I can remove, right? So let's say I just remove 3 from here, and from here let's say I remove 2, right? So now in this case this is a valid square, right? Both are having length 2, right? So in this case I'm going to get the area 4, right? Clear this part, right? You can try this or you can try this. Maybe you remove 4 from here, and here you may remove 3. This is what you can do. Or maybe you keep this as it is and you remove this, then this side you are going to get some area. Clear this part? Okay, so 2 max here we can remove, and here only 1 we can remove here, right? So I will go with the minimum, whatever the minimum that I have, I will choose that, and I will delete that. And with one deletion, if you know, with one deletion what is going to happen, the length is going to be increased by 1, right? So only 1 I can delete, and with one deletion length is going to be increased by 1, so 1 plus 1, so 2 is the one side length I'm getting. 2 into 2 is nothing but 4. That's it. Now let's see some more examples here. Now tell me, in this case, what is going to be your output? Think about it. So n is equal to 3, so 1 2 3 and these 2 extra, total n plus 2 5. M is equal to 2 means 1 and 2 and then these 2 extra, so total m plus 2 4. H bars which you can remove is 3 2 4. 3 2 4. This is not in sorted order, right? If I want to find the consecutive, right, as discussed above, let's sort it na, H bars. So 2 3 4, I will read it like 2 3 4. So this one I can remove, I have the option. This one I can remove, and this one I can remove, right? From B bars I can remove 2 and I can remove 3. So which one here, what I'm going to do? So here see, 3 are the consecutive ones. After 2 we have 3, after 3 we have 4, so 3 are the consecutive bars that I can remove, right? And from here 2 are the consecutive bars, so I am going to choose the minimum among these. So minimum among these is 2, so I will decide to remove 2 2 from both sides, right? So maybe from this side I remove this and this, and from this side I remove this, right? And let's say I remove this. So now tell me, what is the area of this? What is the area of this? This side is going to be 4 minus 1 3, and this side also square box, right? It's forming square box only 3, so I'm removing 2, so 2 plus 1, that's it, previous one side 3, so 3 into 3, output is going to be 9 for this. That's it, simple. Now see this example. N is equal to 14. Think about it. N is equal to 14. So I'm drawing 14 lines and these 2 extra, so 16 in total, right? M is equal to 4 means 1 2 3 4, and these 2 extra, so M plus 2 is 6, right? Now from H bars I can remove, horizontal bars I can remove 13. This one I can remove. This is the option I have, right? And from B bars I can remove what? I can remove 2 3, it's not sorted, let's sort it, 2 3 4 and 5 consecutive, right? So 2 3 4 5 I can remove. I can remove this, I can remove this, I can remove this, I can remove this, right? Now here only one value is there, right? Only one consecutive. Here total 4 consecutive, among them minimum is 1, and if you are removing 1, so length is going to be increased by 1, so 1 plus 1, so that is going to be a side of length 2, so 2 into 2 area is 4, so 4 is going to be output for this. And I can prove it, just simply remove this, and from here simply remove this. So what is the area of this one? What is the area of this one? So area of this one is 14 minus 12 is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. That simply means it's a square box. 2 into 2, right? Same side. So 4 is output. That's it. That's it. Now think about this example. Now I don't think I need to draw this, right? It's so big. N is equal to 4, M is equal to 40. Now what is going to be answer? Very easy. Just sort it first. 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 consecutive elements. And here sort it. 6, 33, 34, 36, 41. 33, 34 are the consecutive, right? 33 and 34 are the consecutive, right? And 35 is not there. 36 we have. Okay, so among them 4 and 2, tell me which is smaller. 2 is smaller, right? 2 is smaller. Then after this, in this 2, just add 1, right? Because with the removal of one bar, length is going to be increased by 1, right? So if you have this now, if you are removing this, so length is going to increase by 1, right? If you have this 2 bars you are removing, so length is going to be increased by 1 more. 1 2 3. Okay, so 3 is one side, so 3 into 3, output is going to be 9 for this. That's it, right? So output for this one is going to be 9. Clear this part? And here we have 9 output. Here also in this case we have 4 output. In this case we have 9 output. And that's it. This is what we need to do, right? Now let's write the code. Same story that I've explained. First thing that you need to do here is sorting your array. So you are going to use arrays dot sort, and in this you are just going to pass h bars. Same way you have to sort b bars. So just copy it and paste this same line again, and here just write b bars. And then after that you have to find the consecutive max consecutive elements, right? So here you have to write int h max is equal to 1, int vmax is equal to 1. Let's keep it small everywhere. Vmax is equal to 1, and h cur is equal to 1, and here int vcur is equal to 1. And then after that consecutive elements we need to find. It's going to be very simple. Int. So what I'm going to do here for calculating the consecutive elements, so I will just iterate over this sorted array 2 3 4 5. So I'm starting from here. So if this value is this value plus 1, so that simply means that it's a consecutive, right? So 1, and here I'm going to write 2 consecutive elements, so I'm incrementing the count 2. Then I'm moving here and I'm going to check if this value is this value plus 1. So if it is true, then I'm making it 3. Then I'm moving here, I'm checking if this value is this value plus 1, then I'm making it 4, right? And side by side also I will keep the count of max value. Now let's say after this we have 7 8 and 12, then 20. So then after that when I'm going to reach here, so I'm going to check if this value is this value plus 1. No. So again I will starting from 1. Then I'm going to check this value with this. So if this value is 7 plus 1 8, yes, so I'm going to make count 2. Then after that I'm going to reach here, I'm going to check if 12 is equal to 8 plus 1 9. No. So again I'm going to start from 1, right? Again here I'm checking, so again 1. So this is how I'm going to start. So initially if you notice this value, initially I'm starting from here, right? In this value I'm going to set it to 1, right? Clear this part? So this is what I'm going to do here. That's why I'm writing h cur and v cur is equal to 1, and h max and v max as of now it's equal to 1. Int I is equal to 1 and I is less than h bars dot length, and here I plus plus. Inside this, if h bars of I, if it is equal to h bars of I minus 1 plus 1, then in that case you have to do h cur plus plus. In the else part you have to do h cur is equal to 1, right? And here you have to update your h max is equal to math dot max of h max and h cur. Clear? Same way, you have to copy the same thing for the vmax and vcur. Code is going to be very simple for this. And here, instead of h bars, we have to write now b bars total length. And here same way, b bars of I value is equal to b bars of I plus 1, I minus 1 plus 1. And here, if in that case we have to do just b cur plus plus, else we have to update our b cur to 1. And in the end, vmax value is going to be the max value of vmax and vcur I have seen so far. This is done. Now just 2 lines of code. Code is very easy, right? Int side is equal to here math dot min of h max and here v max, whatever the max value, pick that and just increment 1, right? This is going to give you the side length, right? That is the reason I am doing plus 1 here. And in the end, you have to just simply turn side into side. That's it. Now let's run the code and see if the encode will try to fix that. So see, all the test cases has been accepted, right? Now let's submit it. So see, our solution is accepted, right? And what is going to be the time complexity? So time complexity is going to be of n log n plus of m log n, right? Because arrays dot sort when you are doing, so it is going to give you the time complexity of n log n, and then you are sorting this b bar, so it is going to give you the of m log m sorting time complexity, right? So overall of n log n plus of m log m. So I hope that you guys are clear with this problem, and if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.